What is going on, everybody? It is Alex coming back at you with another video. Today we are looking at the Kansas City Chiefs record predictions. We just did the Denver Broncos. Now we're going to do Los Angeles Chargers after this one, and then the Vegas Raiders. So let's kick it off. Let's analyze the team. So this is a pretty obvious fact. The most amazing player in the NFL is the captain of this team, in Patrick Mahomes. Insane talent. I mean, I was watching him actually play Baker Mayfield, I think back in 2016 or 2017. And I mean, I personally thought Baker looked a lot better in that game, but that's just that Texas Tech offense as well. I mean, Andy Reid is such a genius when it comes to these type of things. But Patrick Mahomes is insane talent. There's no real need to explain him. Running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He was my third, kind of like tied second favorite running back in this class. Um, he's just a beast, you know. He is just all around. He's a really good receiving back. Just doesn't have that elite speed, which is like kind of a big factor for me. But on a team like Kansas City, where like if you want like they have enough speed on the roster as it is to stretch out the defense, and you just want a dude to be able to pick up yards and be an effective pass catcher, then you need to look no further than Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's a really solid talent, and that was an amazing pick at the end of the first. Can't really see any monster holes that would have been filled by somebody of value at that position. I mean, at that time. Wide receiver core, they're doing perfectly fine. Sammy Watkins, McCole Hardman, and Tyreek Hill. That's pretty damn solid. Then you have Travis Kelce still. I mean, they're cooking with Crisco, guys. They're doing very well for themselves. And on the offensive line, they still have some solid pieces, pieces. Mitchell Schwartz, and then you have like Duvernay Tardif. I'm not 100% sure of all the other pieces on the offensive line, but by watching Kansas City, I'm sure that the offensive line is not a liability. The fact that Kansas City was even able to put up points in the Super Bowl shows that they aren't a liability. On the defensive side, Chris Jones is a monster. Heard that he's actually in trade rumors, which I'm like, ah, shit. Like, he is a beast. You cannot lose Chris Jones. That guy is way too fucking good. You have, I'm really not too sure of what else, like, they have. I know they have, like, the Sparks guy, or Speaks, from Ole Miss, who's, like, the famous guy for, like, looking at the camera and smiling during one of the games. But apart from that, like, I know they also have I think they have Reggie Ragland, and then Anthony Hitchens as well. Both the guys were very overpaid, but, I mean, they won the Super Bowl last year, guys. So, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. In the secondary, this is their key. This is their key right here. Safeties. These safeties, Tyrann Mathieu. Oh my God, I can't speak English. I cannot speak English today, guys. Tyrann Mathieu and Juan Thornhill are an amazing duo. I think that they have infinite potential, and it's true. You do not need amazing corners if you have great safeties. And we're seeing that all the time with Kansas City. Like, was it Kendall Fuller who won them the Super Bowl? No. Like, on the defense, it was Tyrann Mathieu, who was an amazing game changer. And, like, having Tyrann Mathieu go to the Chiefs was the best move possible for both Tyrann and for the Chiefs. Great idea. Then Juan Thornhill back there. He was looking like a stud before he got injured. So this team has a lot of potential. They just need to work on the corner core. So let's kick into the first week. Houston goes to Kansas City on a Thursday night game. If DeAndre Hopkins were here, this would be a closer debate, but this is an obvious one, guys. Kansas City is just, it's way, way, way too much in favor of Kansas City nowadays. It's unfortunate because Deshaun Watson's like a top 5, top 6 quarterback in the NFL right now anyways. But there's just nothing there. There's just nothing. It's really unfortunate. I wish it were better. I feel really bad. I think Deshaun should request like to get the fuck out. Honestly, he should really just move on to a different team. The Bears. Like, I mean, I was like preaching for the Bears to pick up Watson in that draft instead of Trubisky. I mean, I didn't even know that much about Patrick Mahomes at the time. I just knew Deshaun Watson was that dude from the beginning. Amazing player. We'll be doing that division probably next because, I mean, Actually, we'll do this division next just because Cam Newton came into the picture, and we won't adjust the actual records so far, but we'll adjust the rest of the games, and then when we do it all over again, we'll do the full round. The next week, Kansas City going to LA. This is an obvious one. LA is crap. It's just that's just a given. There's no real reason to go any further than that, guys. LA has a solid roster, but they're captained by a lackluster game manager or pretty high chance of being a bust. So, really unfortunate to be a person in LA right now when our home teams are complete garbo. The next week, we have Kansas City going to Baltimore on Monday night and Kansas City winning. Baltimore, I mean, they're ranked the number 5 team in the past 10 years. That's kind of, like for last year, that's a little bit overrated. They were a damn solid team, but like not top 5 of the past 10 years. So, Baltimore, I mean, they're solid. They have some more pieces there. Like they're doing damn well. But they also, if I'm not mistaken, they lost Yonda, and that's a huge fucking loss. A huge loss. You just lost an all-pro guard to retirement, if I'm not mistaken. And Kansas City, like Patrick, you can't keep up with Patrick Mahomes. That's the thing. Lamar Jackson can dink and dunk all he wants, but I think Patrick Mahomes will be able to be more consistent, and Lamar will just have a little bit of a regression. I feel like he had a big burst, but he's gonna have to take a step back. The next week, New England going to Kansas City, regardless of who the hell the quarterback is. I'm going Kansas City all the way here. You're in Kansas City for one. And then whether it's Cam Newton or Jarrett Stidham, it's like, what the fuck are you going to do? You don't really have anything there. Cam, if you guys want to watch the video of what I believe about Cam Newton being there, Cam Newton gives them hope. That's it. Gives them hope. Right now, New England's 1-6. I think that like we'll see how the record changes in the future. We'll see, but regardless, whatever. The next week, Vegas goes to Kansas City. We're giving this one also to KC. You're just in Kansas City. That's the thing. Derek Carr is he's so off and on, man. He has these MVP style games where he just throws like 5 touchdowns, like 350 yards, and looks like he is like the dude he was back in like what 2016. 2017, right before he got that leg injury, he was looking like a baller, like a straight up baller. He's just taken a big step back ever since then. The next week, KC goes to Buffalo on Thursday night. I think Kansas City's going to win this one too. I was thinking about giving this one to Buffalo, but Kansas City, like the only real way to beat them is to outscore them or just have a completely fluke game. And Buffalo is just, I don't trust the offense enough. You have Stephon Diggs. That's an amazing addition. And this game will be close. But I think Patrick Mahomes is just too good, man. And they just added an all-star grade running back, possibly an all-pro running back to that core. So I'm giving this one to KC 7 times out of 10. I mean, I'm giving this Buffalo team a 30% chance to win here, which is a 40% favoring Kansas City. So cheers to Kansas City. But I mean, it's just, I don't believe in Josh Allen as the guy. I think he gets a lot of shit, more than he deserves, but he does also deserve a little bit of that. Next week, KC goes to Denver. I mean, this is a toss-up game. This is going to be a really fun game to watch. 2 bats now Sunday night. This would be really fun, especially if Drew Lock shows out. Again, Denver is the biggest swing team like of all teams in the NFL, where it is like dependent on one player, whether they're like 4-12 or 12-4. So Drew Lock, like we gotta just see how he does. But I still, regardless if Drew Lock is great, I think Kansas City will still win because Patrick Mahomes is that dude. The next week, New York goes to KC. I mean, I've been giving way too much love to Sam Darnold. Kansas City is definitely taking it. Sam Darnold is just not the guy. He honestly isn't. I don't think they should sign him to a 5th-year contract or a 5th-year extension. I think that his time is done. I mean, not in the NFL, but his time is done in that Jets organization. I think he needs to learn and have a much more conducive environment. And that's just not in New York. The next week, Carolina goes to Kansas City. There's no need to fucking explain that. I'm not even going to waste your time or mine explaining. like how much Kansas City has in favor over Carolina. We got a bye week, and we are going fully rested into Vegas. We're giving Vegas this one, guys. I like Vegas in the Dome. I really do. Home field advantage is huge, and Vegas is going to go batshit crazy for their new home team. And like Vegas, they have a good offensive line. You know, they're getting old. Like Rodney Hudson, he's getting old. Gabe Jackson's still there, I believe. Like they have pieces, but they're getting old. And I think that like this year they're going to be really wanting to push ahead. Like they have some solid pieces there. Yes, they took Damon Arnett at 19th overall. Like what the fuck? But I mean, okay, they saw something in him that we didn't. We'll see if they were right. Cleveland Ferrell, that was a horrible pick. I mean, I thought that he was like maybe top 20 value, and he's not even looking like a first round or second round quality player. But he has time to develop. But Henry Ruggs is going to be a big game changer in this one. Very similar to Tyreek Hill. I said he's kind of like Deshaun Jackson, or like a shitty Tyreek Hill. But I think that being in the Dome, it's going to be an upset game. I think at home, the fans are going to be like cheering on their team, and it's going to be a Vegas victory. Next week, Kansas City goes to Tampa, and it's a weird game. It's just not going to be very conducive to Kansas City being in Tampa's environment, and Tampa's going to steal that one. Tom Brady is not going to want Patrick Mahomes to continue to just beat him up for like his reputation. The next week, Denver goes to Kansas City. Kansas City's going to win that one. Kansas City, this is going to be a lot less of a close game than this one. This is going to be a fun game. This one, like, it's going to be more in favor of Kansas City. The next week, Kansas City goes to Miami. I'm not going to be the type of guy where I give Miami every single fucking victory at home. Kansas City's winning that one, guys. That's a pretty obvious one. Like, I know it's going to be similar to the Tampa Bay situation, but you're not facing Tom Brady and the best offense in the NFL. Miami has a damn good defense, though. Like, they have a very low-key, scary defense. You have, like, the best corner core in the NFL right now. You have Xavier Howard. You have Byron Jones. And you have Noah Igbenogany. Like, that's a freaking studded core. So, cheers to Miami for being able to build a very solid defense with the cap that they have. The next week, Kansas City goes to the Dome. Sunday. How's that not Sunday night? How the fuck is that not Sunday night? But Drew Brees is amazing in a Dome. One of the most complete rosters, if not the most complete in the NFL. And, Drew Brees is comfortable. It's going to be New Orleans win. Next week, Atlanta goes to Kansas City. No real need to explain this one. Kansas City is just far superior to Atlanta. They need to be in rebuild mode, and they need to just continue acquiring picks and stuff and making their roster a lot younger and a lot healthier. So, they're on the way. The last week, this is going to be a boring one, guys. Chargers going to Kansas City. I mean, there's no real need to explain this one. If Phillip Rivers were here, this would be these two games would be a big question, but it's not. You lost your captain, and now he's in Indianapolis. So, let me know what you guys think. You know, there's 13-3. That's kind of an expected record for Super Bowl champions. Do you think they're going to have a Super Bowl slump? Like the Carolina Panthers, I don't think they made the playoffs after they went to the Super Bowl in 2015. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that Kansas City is way too good of a roster, and Patrick Mahomes is not like a super cam where he can just turn into a monster. He just is a monster. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the far side. Peace.